There is a new infestation of Skulled Revenant bots, and if I can figure out a way to smite them, I get their Amulet of Avarice, worth roughly 400k, which would about triple the amount of GP per kill, making this one of the best moneymakers in the game. Not to mention, I'd be yanking the bots' banks from their little lifeless hands. However, smiting them is not easy. When I found a similar bot farm a few months ago, I couldn't figure out how to do it. Luckily, I have a lead. I got a tip off from a viewer that he had found a way to get their +1s. And he didn't even need to use Smite. And he had already made over 40 mil from the bots when he emailed me. Here's his discovery. The bots don't protect item all the time, just in the first few seconds of being attacked. So if you get a much higher level account right on the borderline of being able to attack them, and you spec them out in a tick or two, you'll kill them before they activate their protection prayers. That whole tip-off was right before the teleport update to the caves, but I spotted some similar seeming bots at Hobgoblins within a few days of the update, which is where I started. The first attempt was a success. 776k, made within a minute. I was gonna get rich quick, video could end here. Except, there was one problem. When I went back, unskulled, wearing the exact same gear, aka just the Bracelet of Ethereum, all of the bots immediately ran away from me when I hopped into the world, which is very peculiar. I had a theory, so I immediately changed my name to Wait Don't Go. And with the exact same stuff equipped, unskulled, the bots didn't run away or teleport. I even found the exact same bot that had just run away from me. It didn't run away. These bots learn. They record their attackers' usernames and change their behavior the next time they see them, which unfortunately was very intelligent of the botters. Since I changed my name though, I did have another attempt. I'm pretty sure I was one singular tick too late getting this kill. The bot got its prayer up one tick too quickly, and at first I thought I had killed them in the exact same time frame as the other bot that I killed and got the Amulet of Avarice. But when I overlay the clips on one another and line up the timing exactly, for whatever reason, my claw spec got off a little bit quicker in the first clip, and I killed the bot 1 or 2 ticks faster. You have to be pretty precise to trick these bots. If I'm going to farm the farm, I need to change strategies. So we go back to square one, smiting. Luckily, I found a relatively low level account that my mid-level could still attack, and it didn't put up protection prayers the entire fight, even though it has the prayer level to do so. So I couldn't tell if I'd smited it or not. The moment of truth at the Ferox Enclave, I didn't get it. The bot didn't have protection prayers active, but it did protect item. Hold up, what's that? Did that bot literally just drop me 16 free meals from HelloFresh? This is a really big moment for me. A brand that I absolutely love agreed to sponsor me. Let me tell you a quick story about HelloFresh and me, while my girlfriend and I cook one of the delicious meals they sent me. So, it's junior year of college, I only know how to cook pasta and plain chicken. I go over to my girlfriend's apartment and cut an avocado straight through the pit. I'd never cut one before. My girlfriend turns to me and says, "You actually need to learn to cook. This is embarrassing." And then she proceeded to make fun of me all over social media. Then I signed up for HelloFresh, and since then, HelloFresh taught me to cook so many dishes. I feel very comfortable in the kitchen now. So if you haven't heard of HelloFresh, it's a meal subscription service that sends fresh, pre-measured ingredients and recipes directly to your door. Here are just a few reasons HelloFresh is so good. First, they send you step-by-step foolproof instructions for each recipe. I knew nothing when I signed up to HelloFresh. The recipes take around 30 minutes to make, so it's not a huge time sink either. Second, less grocery shopping. Grocery shopping is faster, less frequent, and requires much less thought when you have a HelloFresh subscription. If you think any of this sounds interesting, use my link in the description or go to HelloFresh.com and use code POGPUGGERSEPT16 for 16 free meals across 7 boxes, plus 3 surprise gifts. Once you click, my link will live update to count the number of purchases. I am so excited HelloFresh decided to partner with me. Okay, the first smite wasn't a success, but I grabbed some D-claws to see if maybe I could smite the bots by just speccing them out and doing lots of damage at once to drain their prayer, kind of during the fight after I'd teleblocked and entangled them. And it was a pretty epic kill, but no smite. 500k loot though, but no amulet in there. So we have to go back to smiting, but the goal is to make the fights last as long as possible. The bots have a set amount of food, meaning they have a set amount of hit points I can smite. So that's kind of out of my control, other than just making sure I don't KO them immediately. But the longer I make the fight take, the more their prayer drains from them just protecting from mage and using protect item. So the goal is kind of to kill them slowly as they run away to make sure that their prayer drains out. Couple more attempts in, it's prayer dropped, and I actually smited one. 700k loot, that's pretty freaking good for a bot kill. So I kept trying and I got a lot of kills, but not a lot of smites. Like 1 in 5 I would smite. I drew out this fight so long. And also you don't have to worry about being juked at this exit to the Rev caves because you can leave it and the bot will still leave the cave after you even though you're not there anymore. But I was literally staff bashing this bot, trying to extend the fight. Finally I kill the bot. I didn't smite it, and when I go to loot, first of all, I got 4 magic seeds, 500k loot, that's great. But it still had a prayer potion and 3/4 left over. I wasn't even close. I'm gonna need to find another trick. Also, while I've been doing this, I was running into a lot of accounts that were just slightly too low level for my mid level to attack. So I have this low level HP magic account. I started at 10 HP with high magic. It's now all the way up to 52 HP, but it always has had low prayer. I think it's worth getting 52 prayer on it just to smite these bots. To be honest, it's kind of ruining the account for a lot lower level PKing, especially near the wildy ditch, but it's kind of an opportunity I can't miss. I can't let these low level bots get away without being smited. By the way, I'm getting 680,000 prayer XP per hour. I love this skill. 52 prayer took like less than 10 minutes. And let's condense 10 hours of killing these bots into 30 seconds here. The low level bots, also very hard to smite. I did smite a couple of these guys, getting 500 to 700k loot on the low level account. When I did smite one of them, they only had like 5 hit points left. It was so close to failure. But I killed dozens of them and I almost never smited them. And it was starting to piss me off. And that's when my brain turned on. I've got smite. I keep the fights lasting long to drain their prayer. But there's a third piece here. Sirpuggertipoff strike. I have never needed to use Sirpuggertipoff strike in all 15 plus years of playing this game. But today is the day, it's the meta for the activity I'm doing. If you don't already know, Sirpuggertipoff strike reduces opponent's prayer by 1 every time it hits. So if the fight lasts a long time and I do a lot of DPS, but in small doses, I could easily be taking an extra 50 to 30 prayer points from them, which could be the deciding amount in a lot of cases. Plus, the Staff of Light lets you auto-cast Sirpuggertipoff strike, so it's kind of foolproof. First attempt, smited actually shockingly quickly in the fight. Nice 700k loot. Second attempt, also smited around the same time in the fight before they even got to the staircase. Especially since they're protecting from magic, I'm not actually hitting high numbers, but I'm casting a lot of the Sirpuggertipoff strikes, so I'm probably taking a good 30 plus prayer points away from them. And third try, again I smite the bot for an audience this time too, for another 600 plus K. I think I finally locked down the strategy. I went on to kill over 60 more of these guys, and I smited a very decent chunk of them. I wasn't keeping specific track, but the total profit was well over 40 mil. Why am I showing you all this? It turns out the entire caves are infested with these bots. It's not just the Revenant Hobgoblins. I found this out later. Go take advantage of it. I've shown you exactly how to smite them. Comment any other suggestions on even better or more efficient ways of smiting them down below. I'm sure I missed something. I got a tip off about 5 minutes before recording this that there were a lot of bots trading on the Varrock West wall. This is a very popular mule spot for maybe just one botter, I don't know. I've caught so many bot farms here over the past 3 years muling their gold off. These specific bots seem to be hunter bots with a lot of varying stats and different combat levels. My guess is either Black Chin or Eclectic Impling bots. But this time, I wanted to talk to the botter. I wanted to know a few things. The biggest thing is like, what's their story? It seems like bots have been muling on this wall for the last 10 plus years. Has it been them all along? So instead of spying on them from afar, I actually just ran right up and said, hey, like add me on Discord, I'd love to chat, etc., etc. They didn't respond. Now there have been some pretty large bot farms popping up around the game that I haven't seen scaled up quite like this before. And the first one is in Canifis. And large numbers of this bot farm seem to just be broken. They're running in and out of the Canifis bank over and over and over again. Some worlds have up to 20 of these accounts doing it. Most worlds I counted 4 to 5 of these bots, some more, some slightly less, but on average 4 to 5. Like, there are hundreds and hundreds of these Canifis agility bots right now, level 27. And then there's also another Canifis agility bot farm that's not broken, level 11s, and there are at least 3 of those per world. I'm not sure what's going on here or why botters suddenly want bots with really high agility. Maybe we'll see a huge flood of Zulrah bots coming in the game and it's just for the quest requirements. Otherwise, you can expect about 150k from the marks of grace you get per hour at the rooftop agility course, which I don't think is enough to bot in a members world. Very bizarre. The next large bot farm that's popped up recently is in Rimington, running from the house portal to Files. Files unnotes things for 5 GP each. A lot of these bots seem to have just hit 25 magic, and they're wearing Staff of Heirs. They're probably joining a higher level's house, but I was never able to see the higher level, and I'm guessing their house wasn't just open to anyone. My best guess, these bots are creating Varrock teleport tablets, which is a low profit margin activity, and you can only make 108k per hour doing that. They're probably unnoting the soft clay at Files and running back. Just like the agility bots in Canifis, this is a relatively low GP per hour method that requires membership. These bot farms are likely only viable due to cheap membership from things like Twitch Prime events. Maybe Jagex should reconsider how they do Twitch Prime events. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. And if you enjoy more than one of my videos, consider subscribing. I really want to get up to 350,000 subscribers. That would be a huge milestone. I'll see you guys in the next video.